Disclaimer: the following content may contain crude language, violences, some dirty humor, and sexual jokes, are not suitable for children and is intended for 18 plus or older audience. Viewer discretion is advised, which means if you get offended easily, do not watch this video. Thank you. What's going on, everybody? Your boy Man Up. If you like my videos, if you find them interesting, if you want to share the content, if you want everybody to know what I'm talking about, whether you agree or disagree, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and as always, coming from your boy Man Up. Thanks for watching. What's going on, everybody? Your boy Man Up. I got another video for you today. I was scrolling through my news feed and I saw this article. I was like, wow. This makes you think about a lot of things that we used to think about, that we used to talk about back in the day. Makes you think a lot of that stuff we used to think is not true. And a lot of it is true. I'm trying to be kind of vague here because of the censorship of YouTube, but I'm just going to put it like this. Allen Iverson used to be one of the richest, if not the richest man in the NBA at the time. Made more money than Michael Jordan. He have a forever deal with Reebok, which is now owned by Adidas. And they put aside a trust fund for him. And luckily they did, because that man did not know how to manage his money. How many companies would do that for you? They said by the time Allen Iverson turned a certain age, he can have the rest of his contract. How many companies would do that? Most companies be like, oh, well, I paid you. You blew through it. That's on you. They'll wash their hands with it. But no, Reebok set aside a contract for him and said, look, by the time, you get to a certain point, this certain age, you can have it. So 8 more years, so 2030, he'll have $32 million, which by then won't be anything. But hey, at least it's something. Yeah, Allen Iverson used to blow money like crazy. I never forget, all he used to do was spend his money on jewelry, strip clubs, and all kinds of stuff. If I'm not mistaken, he used to spend like $50,000 a night at a strip club. Well, them strippers was happy to see him come through that door. Let's go ahead and get into this article. 8 more years before Allen Iverson can access his $32 million. How Reebok set up a trust fund for the answer, which is Allen Iverson, and saved him from bankruptcy. Because they saw how he was with his money, and they said, okay, this is what we're going to do. See what I'm saying? A lot of companies won't do that. Well, matter of fact, I've never heard of a company ever doing that before in my life. And what I mean by it makes you think about people that's not what you think. Well, I remember growing up, I used to always think that, they didn't care about the black man didn't care about the white man, all that good stuff. Yeah, I used to have some naive thinking. I'm not going to lie. I did. I'm glad I grew out of that stuff, but I did. Now, looking at this, Reebok is really no longer in business. They got bought out by Adidas. So now Adidas is basically have to take on that contract to get to Allen Iverson. But still, the point is, they set aside, a contract, a trust fund for him, and said he can't touch it till he reaches a certain age. The story how Reebok saved Sixers legend Allen Iverson from bankruptcy by opening a special trust fund for him. When young players join the NBA, they suddenly see cash flow as they've never experienced before. as they never experienced before. Okay. Most of the athletes come from humble backgrounds, and their first NBA checks are the first time they've seen so much money. Often that leads to big expenditures, whatever, and blowing the entire checks instantly. Yeah, I know what I'm trying to say. For some odd reason, I can't say certain words. I don't know why. Anyway, Allen Iverson falls in the same category. The Sixers legend blew through $200 million his career. See, at that time, ooh-wee, there ain't no such thing as people getting 200 millions back in the 90s. 90s and early 2000s. Wasn't nobody getting that kind of money. Back in the early 2000s, he was considered old. So how you getting this kind of money? You see what I'm saying? The Sixers legend blew through almost 200 million career earnings and declared bankruptcy in 2012. Iverson's expenses were ridiculous. He said to spend $10,000 every month on clothes, $10,000 on groceries, and another $10,000 on restaurants. Just like another current Sixers player, AI used to frequent strip clubs to blowing $30,000 to $40,000 in each trip. Nah, you didn't hear. Let me say that again. AI, who is Allen Iverson, just in case you didn't know. You know, he had a few nicknames. AI, which is his initials, and The Answer, which is another nickname. Used to frequent strip clubs to blowing $30,000 to $40,000 in each trip. Whew, man. I could not see myself giving them strippers $1. So I damn sure ain't finna give them no $30,000 to $40,000. If I want to see somebody shake their ass in my face, I just ask my wife to do it. Wow. AI's financial troubles came into the limelight when a judge ordered him to pay $900,000 to a jeweler in Atlanta, to which Iverson replied and said he didn't have the money. In 2001, Allen Iverson had just won the NBA MVP honors. Reebok approached the MVP with the most unique deal. They offered him a $800,000 yearly for life, along with a $32 million trust fund, which he can access when he turns 55. Oh my God. So in 8 more years, he gets that $32 million. See, that's just his endorsement. You know what I'm saying? That's not his NBA money. See, his NBA money, he made $200 million. That's a lot of money back in the 90s and early 2000s. But like I said, in the early 2000s, that's when he started getting the lower contracts, because, you know, you're older, you can't perform as like you used to. You know, of course, everybody knows that. You're getting old, you can't do what you used to do. Wow. Reebok made Iverson put $32 million in a trust that pays him $1 million a year. He can't access the money until he is 55, so he won't go broke. I was throwing $50,000 a night at strippers. Man, there's no way in hell. I don't give a damn if I'm a single man with no kids. No. I'm not. No. Hey, see, that's the reason why a lot of these sports organizations like the NBA, NFL, and baseball, whether you take it or not, you have to, you use it in your life or not, you have to take that class before you get your first game check. I know the NFL does it. I'm not 100% sure how the NBA and baseball does it, MLB, but I know they all do it, but I'm not sure how it's set up. Because I know with the NFL, if you don't take that course and learn, something in that course, you will not receive your NFL check. Now, of course, some will take it just to get their money, and then they'll ignore everything they learned. But this is just ridiculous. Now, I got to give this to Reebok. They said we're going to look out for him. How many people, how many companies would do that? And I'm known for saying companies don't give a damn about you. But how many companies would actually do that? They'll say, you blew that money, that's all on you. The yearly payouts from the deal and the trust fund are the things that kept AI from going broke. Hopefully this time when he gets the money in 2030, he is wiser with it and doesn't end up burning through it. I'm gonna scroll back to the top here. Well, no, I'm gonna sit right here for a second, and let's just put it like this. With all that money he has made, he was one of the richest, if not the richest, NBA player ever at that point in time. And you were set for life. See, I think this is what we need to learn as people. You need to learn how to let those go that try to take advantage of you, that will use you. You need to learn how to invest and save in your money, how to strategize your money. I hope Allen Iverson get this money and start a business. That's what I hope he does. He was inducted into the NBA Hall of Fame. I want to say that was 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that. I don't think 20. No, I want to say it was like 2018. Anyway, along with Shaq and Yao Ming and, well, not Shaq. Yeah, Shaq and Yao Ming as well. Yeah. And I think Allen Iverson should take this money that he's been ready to get and start a business. Get rid of those so-called friends of yours, because those are not friends. Because as you can see, like I try to teach my daughter all the time, you see what friends will do to you. They will use you. They will mistreat you to get whatever it is that they want from you. And all you're doing is just allowing it. Let me scroll back up to the top here. Because I remember Allen Iverson when I was a kid. Everybody used to want to do the crazy crossovers that he was doing. Everybody wants to, want to wear their hair in braids and, be like Allen Iverson. But for some reason, he just fell off with his financial troubles. This is why I preach this a lot, and I noticed that not just me, but a lot of other people, when they have videos where they talk about financial stability, where they talk about, investing your money and stuff like that, those are the least watched videos of all time. You can get a guy or a woman on YouTube talking all kinds of drama, all kinds of nonsense, but as soon as someone try to talk to you about having a better life, like financially, that is, those videos will get 10 times less watched than all the other videos. And then we'll have some people talk about, well, I didn't know this, you could do it like this and like that. You did know, you just didn't want to pay attention to it. You wanted to pay attention to the nonsense instead of paying attention to something that can actually help you. People give you advice all day long. For example, I wish I can find it, but I probably will, but I watched this one guy on YouTube called MTR, Mediocre Touring Reviews. He had this one video he did a few months ago. I forget exactly how it's titled, but it's something like, I paid off my $300,000 house in 2.5 years. First of all, the name of that is just insane. I ain't never heard nobody paying off their house in 2.5 years. So when he was doing that, giving, you know what I'm saying, letting people know that it can be done, this is how I did it. That is the least watched video that I've seen, I'm putting it like that I've seen on his channel. Oh, but when he talking bad about how people are acting, how crazy people are doing this and doing that, those get a lot of views. My whole point is, with this here with Allen Iverson, I think this should be a life lesson. There has been too many athletes, no matter what sport, that go broke within a couple of years of them retiring. I think the NFL is the worst, if I'm not mistaken. Within 3 years, some of the richest players on earth are broke. Dante West, that used to play in the NBA, he's homeless now. You know what I'm saying? Mark Cuban, for the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, tried to help him out, but he didn't want any help. You see what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. Even some of these actors and, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these professional wrestlers, they make good money and they're broke. Batista was one of them. He said it. So did Brock Lesnar. He said it as well. Went dead broke. Because they didn't know how to manage money. You have to know how to manage your money. Yeah, you can get rich, but how can you maintain your wealth? Those are two different things, trust me. Or I can get rich by hitting the lottery. Now I'm filthy rich, but how am I going to maintain my wealth throughout the rest of my life? How am I going to be able to set up, you know what I'm saying, some money for my kids and my grandkids so they can be successful in this world, or at least get them set up to be? That's why I always preach on my channel. I always talk about save your money, invest in your money. Do your research on what company you want to invest in. If you're asking me, I invested my money a long time ago in Walmart and in Nike. I chose those two companies because those companies have been in business for a very long time and it's very popular. I started off real small, bought a small stock in both companies, earned some money, invested a little bit, sold that, and bought bigger stocks. You see what I'm saying? You gotta you know what I'm saying, invest. And then I know with the company I work for, I bought stocks in that company. I also have a pension. I also have a Roth 401k. Let me express that, a Roth 401k. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. So by the time Allen Iverson here reach 55, he'll get his $32 million. Hopefully he takes that money and he starts up a business or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Now, me personally, by him buying a lot of jewelry and stuff back in the day, I see that as a positive and a negative. And let me explain what I'm trying to say. Look at the rapper Paul Wall. Famous for selling jewelry. Mostly grills, but famous for selling jewelry. That's what I mean. You can invest in jewelry. And as long as you take care of the jewelry, guess what you can end up doing? You can end up selling that jewelry for money. And because your name is Allen Iverson and it belongs to you, you could probably sell it for more than what it's actually worth because it's attached to your name. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think like that. Just like a lot of people, you buy some Jordans from Foot Locker or whatever, $100, $150. But if you buy those same pair of Jordans that Michael Jordan himself had on his feet, oh, them shoes gonna be worth thousands, not millions. Because the shoes he wore in the movie Space Jam back in the 90s, those shoes are worth millions. Just because those particular shoes belong to him. Y'all see what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this here. I wish that we as people would learn to listen to those that are trying to give you good positive advice, especially financially, because we'll be a whole lot better. I'm not gonna say following. Let me change that, but we'll be a whole lot better by uh, 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 by you know what I'm saying, taking advice, I put it like that, from those that are doing well for themselves. And that way, you know what I'm saying, you can learn a thing or two and then implement it into your life. A lot of people has done that. So I wish nothing but the best for Allen Iverson, because this man was the shit on that basketball court. This man was the shit. This little bitty dude went up against the tall giants back in the day and destroyed them. Excuse me. Kind of lost my voice a little bit. But I just want to throw that out there and say, look, I am a huge Allen Iverson fan. You know what I'm saying? I had one of his jerseys. I ended up giving it to my wife. You know what I'm saying? You know, but, and it's actually signed by him. And good dude, man. Good dude. But he just was done with his money. With all that being said, I'm finna go ahead and end this video. Your boy Man Up. I'm chunking the deuce. I'ma holler at y'all.